The high desert of New Mexico, a place of vast skies, scorching sun, and a silence so profound it seems to whisper secrets on the wind. But in the summer of 1947, that silence was shattered. An event so strange, so inexplicable that its echoes reverberate to this day. It began with whispers, rumors of a crash in the desert, something not of this world, something the authorities were quick to silence. This is the story of Roswell, 1947. A story of whispers and shadows, of official denials and persistent questions. A story that begs us to consider, are we alone? July 1947. Rancher Mac Brazel discovers something unusual in his pasture, metallic debris scattered across a wide area. It is unlike anything he's ever seen. Lightweight, yet impossibly strong. The material seems to resist his touch, almost alien. Word spreads quickly, and soon the local newspaper, the Roswell Daily Record, publishes a sensational headline: Air Force captures flying disc on ranch in Roswell region. The story becomes a sensation, but the celebrations are short-lived. Within hours, the story changes. The debris is nothing more than a weather balloon, officials claim. The public is assured the case closed. Or is it? The official explanation does little to quell the growing suspicion. Eyewitnesses emerge, whispering of strange lights in the sky, of military convoys under a veil of secrecy. Some claim to have seen the wreckage, not of a weather balloon, but of a craft like nothing on Earth. Tales circulate of strange beings, their bodies whisked away to hidden government facilities. The desert, once silent, now hums with speculation. Was it truly a weather balloon, as the authorities claimed? Or did something extraordinary occur in the New Mexico desert, something the world was not ready to comprehend? The Roswell incident becomes a breeding ground for theories, each more tantalizing than the last. Some cling to the government's explanation, a weather balloon, albeit a secret project known as Project Mogul, designed to monitor Soviet nuclear activity. Others find solace in the extraterrestrial, believing Roswell to be the site of mankind's first contact with an alien civilization. Still others, fueled by Cold War paranoia, whisper of a government-orchestrated hoax, a psychological operation designed to distract and disinform. But which theory holds the weight of truth? Decades pass, yet the allure of Roswell remains undimmed. Researchers pore over declassified government documents, searching for a glimmer of truth amidst the redacted lines. The debris itself is gone, its whereabouts a mystery as deep as the event itself. New witnesses come forward, their memories clouded by time, yet their stories eerily similar. Expeditions journey to the alleged crash site, armed with metal detectors and a thirst for answers. The desert, it seems, holds its secrets close. Fair Gap 3s. In this chapter, we will hear from experts in the field of ufology and aerospace engineering. They will provide their insights on the Roswell incident, discussing the plausibility of the various theories and the evidence that supports or refutes them. Gap 2s. Dr. Jane Collins, a renowned ufologist, explains the significance of the eyewitness accounts and how they align with other unexplained phenomena. Gap 2s. The consistency of the testimonies, despite the passage of time, suggests that something extraordinary did occur. Whether it was extraterrestrial or not remains a topic of debate, she states. Gap 2s. Next, we hear from aerospace engineer Mark Thompson, who offers a different perspective. From a technological standpoint, the materials described by witnesses don't match any known military technology of the time. However, without the actual debris, it's challenging to draw definitive conclusions. Gap 2s. The experts also discuss the government's role in the incident. The level of secrecy and the swift retraction of the initial flying saucer announcement adds another layer of complexity, says Dr. Collins. Gap 2s. Mr. Thompson adds, it's plausible that the government was testing advanced technology and wanted to avoid public panic, but the lack of transparency has fueled countless conspiracy theories. Gap 2s. These interviews shed light on the ongoing debate and help us understand the complexities of the Roswell case. The truth, it seems, is as elusive as ever, leaving us to ponder and speculate. In this chapter, we will focus on the analysis of declassified government documents related to the Roswell incident. These documents, once shrouded in secrecy, now offer a glimpse into the government's handling of the event. Our investigation begins with the initial military reports, which described the recovery of a flying disc. This was quickly retracted and replaced with the now famous weather balloon explanation. But what do these declassified files really tell us? Experts in government transparency and historical research will guide us through this complex web of documents. Dr. Emily Harris, a historian specializing in Cold War-era government activities, explains. The language and tone of these documents suggest a significant level of concern and urgency. This is not typical of a simple weather balloon recovery. Next, we hear from John Reynolds, a government transparency advocate. When you examine the redactions and the timing of document releases, it becomes clear that there was a concerted effort to control the narrative. Certain key pieces of information were deliberately withheld or obscured. As we delve deeper, we uncover memos and correspondence that hinted internal debates and conflicting reports within the military and intelligence communities. These inconsistencies point to a deeper story, one that may never be fully understood, says Dr. Harris. Reynolds adds, the declassified documents are a puzzle with many missing pieces. They raise more questions than they answer, but they also provide invaluable insights into the government's response to the Roswell incident. Through this meticulous examination, we begin to see the Roswell incident not just as an isolated event, but as part of a larger tapestry of secrecy and intrigue. The truth remains elusive, but every document brings us one step closer to understanding what really happened in the New Mexico desert. Sakiyakas Dinanara Gap 3s. In this chapter, we will explore the various conspiracy theories that have emerged over the years regarding the Roswell incident. From government cover-ups to alien encounters, we will delve into the most popular and controversial theories, examining the evidence and arguments that support them. Gap 2s. One enduring theory is that the government recovered not just debris, but actual alien bodies. Witnesses have claimed to have seen strange, otherworldly beings at the crash site. Their descriptions eerily consistent across multiple accounts. Gap 2s. Another theory suggests that the Roswell incident was a covert military experiment gone wrong. Some believe the wreckage was part of a top-secret project, possibly involving advanced technology or even human experimentation. Gap 2s. Then, there's the idea of a deliberate government cover-up. Proponents argue that the rapid shift from flying disc to weather balloon was a calculated move to obscure the truth. Gap 2s? But why? Some say it was to prevent public panic. Others believe it was to hide the existence of extraterrestrial technology. Gap 2s. Dr. Emily Harris shares her thoughts. The level of secrecy and the conflicting reports suggest there was something significant to hide. Whether it was extraterrestrial or not, it's clear that the government wanted to control the narrative. Gap 2s. John Reynolds adds, conspiracy theories thrive in the absence of transparency. When the government withholds information, it fuels speculation and mistrust. Gap 2s. As we examine these theories, it's important to remember that they are born from a mix of fact, speculation, and cultural fascination with the unknown. Gap 2s. The Roswell incident remains a fertile ground for conspiracy theories, each one adding another layer to the mystery. Whether you believe in aliens, secret projects, or something else entirely, the story of Roswell continues to captivate and confound. Gap 2s. Join us as we navigate through these theories, seeking not just answers, but a deeper understanding of why this event still resonates with so many people today. Gap 2s. The truth may be out there, but it's up to us to uncover it. Such Gap 3s. This chapter will highlight the modern-day investigations into the Roswell incident. We will follow researchers and enthusiasts as they conduct fieldwork, using advanced technology to search for physical evidence at the alleged crash site. Gap 2s. Equipped with ground-penetrating radar, drones, and other state-of-the-art tools, these modern-day explorers are determined to uncover the truth, buried beneath the desert sands. Gap 2s. Meet Dr. Kevin Mitchell, a geophysicist who has dedicated years to investigating the Roswell site. With today's technology, we can scan the ground for anomalies that might indicate buried debris. Dr. Mitchell explains, "We're looking for anything that could provide concrete evidence of what happened here." GAP-2s. Another team, led by UFO researcher Sarah Thompson, uses drones to capture high-resolution images of the area. Drones allow us to cover large areas quickly and identify potential sites for closer inspection. Sarah says, GAP-2s. We also hear from local historian Maria Lopez, who has spent decades collecting eyewitness accounts and archival materials. The stories have persisted for generations, Maria notes. By combining historical records with modern technology, we hope to finally piece together a clearer picture of the events of 1947. GAP-2s. As these investigators work tirelessly, we see a blend of cutting-edge science and age-old curiosity driving their efforts. Despite the challenges, their dedication keeps the quest for answers alive. GAP-2s. The search for truth in Roswell is not just about solving a mystery. It's about pushing the boundaries of our understanding and confronting the unknown. GAP-2s. Whether they find definitive proof or not, their journey adds a new chapter to the enduring saga of Roswell. GAP-2s. Stay with us as we delve into the modern-day quest for answers and consider what new discoveries might mean for our understanding of this enigmatic event. Sakit GAP-2s. In this chapter, we will explore the impact of the Roswell incident on public perception and popular culture. GAP-2s. From blockbuster movies to gripping TV shows, the Roswell narrative has woven itself into the fabric of our collective imagination. GAP-2s. Films like Independence Day, GAP-2s, and TV series such as The X-Files have drawn inspiration from the Roswell incident, embedding the story of a possible alien encounter into the mainstream consciousness. GAP-2s. Roswell's impact on popular culture cannot be overstated, says Dr. Emily Carter, a media studies expert. GAP-2s. It has become a symbol of the unknown, the unexplained, and the government's secrecy. GAP-2s. We also delve into literature, GAP-2s, where countless books, both fiction, GAP-2s, and non-fiction, have dissected and reimagined the events of 1947. GAP-2s. The Roswell incident has sparked an entire genre of UFO literature, notes cultural historian Professor James Turner. GAP-2s. It reflects our deep-seated curiosity and skepticism about what the government might be hiding. GAP-2s. Beyond entertainment, Roswell has influenced public attitudes towards UFOs and government transparency. GAP-2s. Polls show that a significant portion of the population believes in the possibility of extraterrestrial life, GAP-2s, and that the government is not being entirely forthright about its knowledge. GAP-2s. This cultural phenomenon has led to increased calls for transparency, GAP-D2s, and the declassification of documents related to UFO sightings and investigations, GAP-D2s. As we examine Roswell's lasting legacy, we see how a single event in the New Mexico desert has shaped public discourse, GAP-2s, and fueled a fascination with the unknown, GAP-2s. The Roswell incident remains a touchstone for those who question, who seek, GAP-2s, and who imagine what lies beyond our understanding. GAP-2s. Join us as we continue to unravel the threads of this enduring mystery, GAP-2s, and consider how it has forever altered our view of the world and the universe beyond. In the final chapter, we will reflect on the Roswell incident and its significance, GAP-2s. We will summarize the key points discussed in the previous chapters and consider the broader implications of the event, GAP-2s. From the initial reports of a mysterious crash in the desert, GAP-2s, to the swirling speculations and theories that followed, we have journeyed through a landscape of intrigue and uncertainty, GAP-2s. We've heard expert opinions, GAP-2s, examined declassified documents, GAP-2s, and delved into the cultural impact of Roswell, GAP-2s. Each piece of the puzzle brings us closer to understanding, GAP-2s, yet the full picture remains elusive, GAP-2s. The Roswell incident challenges us to think critically about the information we receive, GAP-2s, to question official narratives, GAP-2s, and to remain open to possibilities beyond our current understanding, GAP-2s. It serves as a reminder that the search for truth is a continuous journey, GAP-2s, one that requires curiosity, skepticism, and an open mind. Gap 2s. As we reflect on the enduring mystery of Roswell, Gap 2s, we invite you to form your own conclusions about what happened in the New Mexico desert in 1947. Gap 2s. Join us as we continue to explore the unexplained. Gap 2s. The unbelievable. Gap 2s and the mysteries that lie just beyond our grasp. Gap 2s. Don't forget to subscribe for more explorations into the unknown. Roswell, 1947. A mystery that continues to captivate and confound. Was it a simple weather balloon? A secret government project? Or something far more extraordinary? The desert whispers its secrets, but it is up to us to listen. What do you believe happened in the New Mexico desert all those years ago? Share your theories in the comments below, and join us as we continue to explore the unexplained, the unbelievable, the mysteries that lie just beyond our grasp. Don't forget to subscribe for more explorations into the unknown.